Hey guys, how you doing today? My name is Brendan Reviews, and welcome to another episode in the 31 Days of Horror Season 2. Today we are looking over a Italian gory masterpiece from Mario. We are going to be looking over an Italian gory, just freaking fun movie made by Lamberto Bava, Demons, from 1985. And I got a lot to say on this movie, so let's just get to it. The story follows these four young adults, two boys, two girls, as they get tickets to go see this random movie inside of this movie theater called the Metropole. It's a random horror movie, and they sit down in this movie theater and, they're watching it, right? However, they're not the only ones there. Of course, other people are invited to the movie theater too, right? And one of them, as they're about to enter into the movie, starts to look at the props to showcase that are from the movie, And one of them happens to be this mask. This mask is inside of the movie, and inside the movie, what happens is this person jokes around, puts the mask on their face, they get cut by it, and they end up turning into a demon in that movie. And in real life, somebody grabs the mask, puts it up to their face, accidentally cuts themselves on their cheek, and sure enough, this person turns into a demon. And one thing that they don't let you know is that this demon virus is just that. Anybody who gets scratched or bitten by any of these demons becomes another demon. And all of a sudden, these people are trapped inside of this movie theater as the demons are trying to break into the actual theater itself to kill them one by one. And it is just a fun horror movie. Guys, Demons is one of those movies that if you could best describe an 80s horror movie, this is a perfect example of what the 80s was trying to go for. Excess, gore, amazing practical effects, awesome soundtrack with bitchin'. When I say bitchin', I mean bitchin'. Rock heavy percussion soundtracks that are all up in your face, totally over the top. You got electric guitars just stringing nonstop. It is everything that an 80s horror movie is. And this is totally a product of its time. The acting in it is not that bad, actually. The cinematography isn't that bad either. But easily the standout thing in this movie are the soundtrack and the gore effects in this movie. The gore effects in this movie are absolutely amazing. There are moments where people get their freaking throats ripped apart. There are people who get bitten. And easily the best part in this movie, effects-wise, is when one of these girls who ends up gets infected, all of a sudden, a green demon literally crawls out from her back. Like, you literally see the hands and stuff come out from her back. And I'm like, how the hell did they do that? That looked so realistic and so good. The special effects in this movie are fantastic and a total show stealer. But ultimately, that can't be the only thing that the movie does well. As I said, the performances are good, so is the direction, so is some of the writing. The story is at least mildly interesting, but easily, the other big thing that this movie has going for it is the soundtrack made by Claudio Simonetti. He did the soundtrack for Tenebrae, and Claudio Simonetti brought heavy percussion, brought these insanely fun riffing guitars, electric guitars, metal guitars, to create what is one of the most memorable horror movie soundtracks I have ever heard. I listened to it and I just, get amped up. I want to, watch the movie again, and it's a great soundtrack. Ultimately, as I said, the biggest thing in this movie is the gore effects, which are very hard to stomach at times. But ultimately, the rest of the movie is also very well executed. The acting in it is pretty good, especially with the performance of the main character. He's really good in this movie. So is his best friend, as the girl that he was, trying to flirt with gets infected, and then he gets infected from the demon that comes out of her and scratches him. And we get this emotional scene where he has to kill his own best friend, and it's sad. It's sad. It's a really sad moment in this movie, and I think this movie doesn't get enough credit. It's got some great, besides the great original score, it also has great music choices in this movie. You got White Wedding by Billy Idol. You got Fast as a Shark. You got one of my favorite Motley Crue songs, Save Our Souls. You got just some absolutely great songs in this movie, and ultimately it makes this whole movie just a fun experience all the way through. But as I said, just because it's fun, I know that there are some flaws with this movie, and the flaws do come down to some of the acting and some of the writing for sure, but ultimately it's just a fun 80s horror movie, and I think it is a quintessential Italian horror movie watch. It is Lamberto Bava's best movie, hands down, and yeah, I think that you guys should watch Demons from 1985. So, Demons goes ahead and gets a 8.5 out of 10. Guys, I like Demons a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. Really good gore effects, really good score, decent performances, okay-ish writing. I think that go ahead and watch this movie. So, there you go. My name is Brendan Reviews. I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whatever the fuck time you guys are watching this, and I will see you all next time.